Hello, I'm Thedellcup, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a fast and efficient wool farm. So, this is the main design right here. It's just a bunch of pits that you put sheep in. And basically how it works is you just walk over to the edge and you shear the sheep. I'm not going to shear them all because this is purely just to demonstrate it. And then after you do that, you just have to come down here and flip the switch. You will then eventually get the wool out of the tiny little holes. Then once the wool is all out of it, all you do is flip the switch and you get the wool. Simple as that. Then after that, the sheep will eat the grass, which will automatically regrow and regain their wool in the same color that it was before you sheared them. So without any further ado, let's show you how to build this. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make 16 holes that are exactly this size, 3 by 3 by 2. By that I mean 3 wide, 3 long, and 2 deep. You need to make 16 of them. You need 2 rows of 8. So this is one row, so there should be 6 more in this row. Then this is another row, and there should be 6 more in this row. In between each row, well, in between the 2 rows, you need 4 blocks of space. And in the middle 2 blocks, you want to dig that out to make a trench, which will then serve as transport, like water transport. So, I'm going to cut ahead to having this all dug out, and then I'll show you the rest. Alright, so as you can see here, I finished digging out the 16 holes and the little trench in the center. The trench isn't fully dug out, but that's one of the last things that you need to do. So now what you need to do is you need to go through and you need to punch these holes in the side. What you do is you just put it right on the edge. Right on, like, I guess that's really just the only way to describe it, is for you to look at it. Right on the edge of it. That one there, and then that one there. Then you go to the next one, that one there, and that one there. Then this one, whoops, put it in the wrong spot. Sigh. That one there, and then that one there. And just repeat for all of these. Gonna jump ahead. Alright, so now that I have all those little holes punched out, what I want to do next is I want to come over here, and I want to punch out this block, and then that block, and then that block. Just like that. I'll do it on this one too. That one, and then that one. And you want to do that in every other one. So like, it's basically the same thing. These two are paired together by that. So then you skip this, and you go to this one. Then you punch that out, and then you punch that out, punch that out. Then you skip this wall. Then you come over here to this one. Punch that out, punch that out, punch that out. And then you skip that wall, and then to this wall. And then punch, punch, punch. And just do that for every single one. After you finish punching out of those holes, what you're going to need is exactly 8 pistons. And what you do is in the block right there, well, the block that you punched out right there, you want to fill it in with a piston. And you want to do that for each and every one. So just step and repeat. Okay, so now that you have all the pistons in place, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to wire it. So what you gotta do is you come over and you have to make sure that you're 2 blocks away, otherwise you'll mess things up. So you gotta punch down 3 blocks. And then you just keep going. That's all you gotta do. Just keep digging. And then when you think you're getting close to the end of the trail, sorry, I went down an extra block. When you think you're getting close, just pop up through the top, check. Nope, not quite there yet. And I gotta keep on going. And perfect. Not perfect, but it works. Let's put a little lighting in here. Sorry about this. Alright. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to dig out these trenches. Well, this trench on both sides. So I'll cut ahead to when I'm finished with that. Once you're finished with that, you're going to want to take a redstone and you're going to want to go down the steps and just wire it all the way down the hall. And make sure that you fill in the whole thing. Just go all the way down. You just do that on both sides. I'm gonna cut ahead to when I'm finished with that. So now that you're finished with that, you're going to want to come over here to your piston. What you do is punch out this block, then you punch out this one, and then these, then you punch out those two. Put a redstone torch there, and then wire that. And you're just going to want to do that for every single one. I'll show on the next one also. Something died. Punch out these blocks, punch out that one, place a redstone torch, punch out those two, and then just do that. And once you're done with that, whoops, you want to fill the hole back in. And if you don't want to fill the entire hole back in, just at least make sure that you replace this block. Otherwise, it of course isn't going to work. And just repeat for every single piston. Once you're finished with that, you're going to need a power source. So what you're going to want to do is just get a switch. Then you wire the edges to the switch. And then power it. After that, what you want to do is you want to get your hands on some repeaters. And you just want to go to where the signal dies and plop down a repeater. So right here, place a repeater. Come right here, place a repeater. And I'll place one up here just for safe measure. And you just gotta do that to both sides, which doesn't take long, so I'm not gonna bother to cut it out. Place that. Whoops. What the hell? Okay, that's strange. That's powered. And that's powered. And you successfully have the piston mechanism working. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to leave the power on. You're going to want to get a bucket of water and just go into each one and place the water, which again doesn't take long if I can actually jump, so I'm not going to bother to cut it out. And you just got to place a bucket of water, well, a block of water, in the back of each of these, right behind the piston. There we go. All the water has been placed. So now, just to make sure that the pistons all work, unflip the switch, and if everything goes off, you've done it correctly, which everything is done correctly here. So next, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to finish the trench, granted you haven't already done it, which is very simple. It's just your basic water item. What's the word I'm looking for? Can't even think of it right now. Your conveyor belt. It's basically what it is an item conveyor belt. Whoops. Granted, you aren't doing that. So I'm going to cut ahead to when I have this finished. Well, now that you have that trench finished, you are done. There's really nothing else to it except for filling in the sheep and dyeing them different colors. One more thing though, I suggest to put glass over the gap, or some type of block over the gap, because it just makes it easier to get around it. So you don't have to worry about falling in while you're shearing your sheep. And also, make sure there's still grass around the edges, like the top of the sheep pits, because it will grow grass. The grass will grow down into the sheep pit, and it speeds up the grass growing by so much you wouldn't even believe it. And my mouse just messed up on me. So with that said, I suggest 3 sheep to each pit, so like 3 of each color sheep in the pit. And other than that, you're all set. So good luck and happy wolf.